How's everybody doing? Thinking Game Podcast,
What's up? What's
episode
up?
100. Episode 100. Whoever thought we would have made it to 100 of these
Boy, we
things?
came a long way.
What, 2 years,
And
two and a
still
half years,
climbing.
something? Man. So, guys, please help us grow. Help us get to 1K. Let us know in the comments anything you want to talk about. Let us know if how we doing. Yeah, I had a homeboy. Shout out to Reggie, man. He go by Ugly Reggie. I don't know why, but he go by Ugly Reggie. And he said he saw me. He go to Eula too. He was like, "Yeah, man, y'all doing big thing." He said, "Y'all doing it, man." And I think Kev, when I went to the studio, he was showing me how to make some beats and stuff with the sound pad and stuff. So he liked it too. So
Oh, that's cool.
a lot of people been saying, been getting a lot of positive feedback from people and stuff like this. So, and you said you been getting positive feedback too, right?
Yeah, shout out to Big Ed. He gave us a topic today about shock value. Um, he says he keeps seeing podcasts and on social media people doing more and more stuff to get that wow effect, you know what I mean, just to get attention. But they gotta do more and more wow stuff and the envelope keep getting pushed, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure. But
and
yeah,
it's
man,
like
for
craziness has become so um, we're immune to it at this point. You know what I mean? We can watch the Housewives and see two millionaire women, fight each other. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
yeah, that's pretty crazy. So the thing is, like, do you think people are more desensitized in 2024 to shock value, or you think it's just they want more and more and more? Seem like you almost. I mean, you got to think after the George Floyd thing. I mean, you would never think you would see something like that on live TV. You know what I'm saying? Somebody getting choked out on the curb. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
I agree with both things. We are getting desensitized, and it takes so much more to be a trending or lasting subject or topic. Like I remember, like the Rodney King beating. That was
yeah,
grainy footage, like somebody else's VA. I don't know if it was dash cam footage or somebody holding a camcorder, but that footage was grainy and it was very shocking. But now you see those videos probably every week in high definition.
yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
So times have definitely changed.
Yeah, because I was thinking, man, you know what? We got all these challenges kids do is crazy. Swallow detergent packets or whatever.
Tide
Things
packs
like that.
it up.
I've never thought about doing nothing like that. I don't even know what would even make you think of that. Like all the stuff you can think about doing. Tide packs. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
uh,
The knockout game. You know what I mean? And that's just. Uh,
they
I
should keep
think
doing.
with
They remember they should push on your chest. That how you breathe in, hold your breath, then they push it on your chest and let go.
I remember
I
that.
seen.
Like we had that. You know what I mean? But it
Yeah,
wasn't. Nobody recorded it. You know what I mean? And things like
that's
that.
true. That's true.
And it's
And
just getting more
also,
and more outrageous. I mean, like it's ain't nothing. It's crazy.
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because I was thinking, like, what would shock you now? Sometimes you just be riding down the street and you'll see something and you'll be like, "Oh man, that don't shock me." So
Exactly.
what? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of
You know.
crazy. Even like say you be going through the hood, what I'm saying, riding, you just see something crazy, you just don't even shock, you just get on out the way. You know what I'm saying? Even at the job, something happened. I think one thing I think they don't talk about enough is they always talking about being brave and reporting stuff, but knowing when not to report stuff. Oh no, they say if you don't say nothing, you're not being brave or you being a coward, but they don't realize, you don't want to lose your job, man. At the same time too. So it's kind of weird, man. It's one of them things like
I
you
mean,
just
it's
see.
like you don't want to stir the pot. You just want to stay low key. Don't get involved. Uh,
Boy,
they want you to be the hero. Hero can easily turn into the fall guy.
yeah, for real, easy turn into the fall guy, and let's go to. So, what do you think as far as I don't know, man. I just don't know if it's a lot of things that shock you now. Even like say you think about everybody then kind of did things that you wouldn't think is taboo. Like you think about the Kardashians or something. They broke the mold or whatever.
Yeah, nothing's
Everybody.
taboo anymore. Nothing's off limit. If they find
Yeah.
something that's taboo, they're gonna wear it out. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna be posting it, doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when coming out of the closet was a big thing, and now it's just like,
Boy,
half of the people you know is gonna be probably
they
gonna
try to
be
tell you to
gay.
go back in there. Hey, go back in there.
I mean, it's not a big thing
Boy,
anymore.
yeah.
When it used to just, be breaking news when the celebrity
You
did it,
remember when
or
that
you,
basketball player, came out? Was it Jason Collins?
yeah,
But he wasn't a big player though. I mean, he was a basketball player, but he wasn't like a top tier player. So it was kind of like, okay, the sentiment was you came out, but I mean, it's not like you was a top, you're not no top 75 player,
yeah, I think, and I think that would make a difference. You know what I mean? Because it's the don't ask, don't tell. Even with Michael Sam's in the NFL, you was like, well, it doesn't
He
really
wasn't no,
affect you because it's
he wasn't
not
no
your
top
favorite
10
player.
big. Yeah, he wasn't no. I think. Do you think Michael Sam started him saying it was gonna get him in the first round or something, man, by him saying that? Because it didn't
Uh,
work. I think.
you know, what I mean, it was gonna. I think he, was used it as as hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I won't get cut because who wants to be the person who cuts the first gay NFL player? You know what I mean? You still got to produce on the field.
That's true. Yeah.
Blade, ready to die.
All right, man. It's pretty crazy. So our next slide. First, when we get into that, this is a thinking game where we are talking about everyday regular people life topics and self improvement. Subscribe to the channel and let's change the game. Think, learn, and laugh. That's the motto. Think, learn, and laugh. Go to our first slide. How do you deal with spiteful people? I think this probably happens a lot. Um, Sometimes you think people your
That
friend,
man was your friend?
My friend, huh?
Yeah.
Tell me why. Because he knows my first name?
and then you think people cool with you, that you work with you, and you find out that they're not. So, what do
Yeah,
you think, bro? How do you deal with spiteful people?
repeated everything you said to them. Um,
Mm,
I find spiteful people think they're justified in what they're doing. You did something to them by mistake or accident, and they just hold you to high support. He knew what he was doing when he walked by my desk and didn't speak. I'm gonna get him back for that, and they want to get you back uh, 10 and 20 fold. Think about stuff that happened 8 months ago or 2 years ago, and they holding on those things, and they want to get you back just because, or they want to match you or your accomplishments just because.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I got a
Yeah,
raise. Now you don't like me because when I got a raise, I got it over you, or I did that to make you look bad. Wasn't me getting some extra money had to do with you at all, but you took it personally. And those are the most emotional people, but they're not sympathetic. They don't have any empathy, but they have all these negative emotions and negative reactions to everything you do or say.
yeah,
Uh,
that's real.
I don't want you to pump yourself or belittle yourself to them. I just like really avoid them and apologize to them first, just to try to, even though you don't mean it, just to try to get out of it, get out of their sights, because you don't want to be in
Yeah,
that trouble, especially at your job. You know what I mean? People getting
yeah,
fired left and right for petty or spiteful reasons. You know what I mean? You didn't
boy.
respect me. You didn't say my hair looked good. You know what I mean? You didn't speak to me when I came in and stuff like that. And then people are getting fired. You don't lose your job. Don't have a fight at work about respect or things
Here's the
like that.
thing, though, especially for the men, the young men out there. I know when us in our 20s, um, you run into that spiteful woman. You know what I'm saying? She don't even work with you. You run into her, she felt like you crossed her, she come up to your job and get you fired from your job.
Man, it's like
I mean,
this the reverse. This is reverse. So
yeah,
women, I
yeah.
know women will date a man for 6 months, a year, be intimate with men, and he doesn't without letting him know where you stay. The woman stays, and that's
Mm-hmm.
very safe. You don't know who's going to be a stalker, who's going to try to be spiteful, petty, or vengeful. But it's the opposite for men. You can't let a woman know where you work if you think she's petty or spiteful, because she'll come up there and show out just to take your livelihood and your bread and butter, coming to your
We
job.
see
So
it.
men,
We see it
protect
with
yourself and you
athletes.
protect your income streams.
Here's the thing: when somebody think you broke, you don't really get a lot of people spite because they think you don't got money or whatever. But it's something about athletes and stuff. They really get the brunt of a spiteful person. I mean, the person cool with you when the money flowing, but if you cut them off, oh, I'm coming. I'm filing every lawsuit I can. They know everything. It's like they remember stuff, man, from when you first got in the league or whatever,
It's
man.
like,
It's like that's crazy,
it's like,
man.
man, I thought we were straight.
That man was your friend?
My friend, huh?
Yeah.
Tell me why. Because he knows my first name?
I was like business fight.
Big
Wasn't
Person.
personal. My brother,
Oh man,
it's always business.
never personal.
Never personal.
That's the thing too, man. This personal with them though. They man, boy, man. The best way is to really try to avoid a spiteful
Yes,
person if you can. Discernment is your best friend.
because they're like pit
I'd rather get it
bulls.
wrong. I'd rather get it wrong sometimes than find out. So that's how I look at it. I'd rather just go ahead and figure it out. Oh, this person's spiteful. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Because
They're like
once you
pit
get
bulls. They get their little feelings hurt and they just lock it on. Like, I mean, that
yeah,
happened 3 years ago. Let it go, and they won't. And it's just,
it's like you walking and then a spider web just kind of touch your head. It's like you trying to get it off. You know, so that's how spiteful. Like the consequences of dealing with a spiteful person is, it can be crazy. It can be a spectrum. It can be severe. It can be minor all the way to severe. But you're gonna deal with something. You never really get away scot free all the time. It's
yeah.
usually
And then they
always
will die
something.
on that. They will die on
Oh
that
my
hill.
God, they
Like,
will.
they
They
don't care
will.
if they go to jail. They don't care if they lose their job
Yeah.
just to get you back.
hmm And some of them subtle with it too. They don't show you right out. They may be jealous because you're in a higher position or something. They don't understand you put in the same work or you put in more work than they did, but they still jealous about whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing to hear about people, like they trip about something you got, but they don't know what you did to get there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you, I always say, if you want my car, take my car number. You know what I mean? And exactly, and come with it.
yeah. So the length that a spiteful person will go to destroy a person, boy, I seen this a lot. They will go far few in between, man. Just to get back. I mean, it's kind of like was it Crocodile Dundee? He hit the honey badger and followed him all the way across the desert to get his lick back. Then he walked off after he got.
And that's so important. I suggest, and I had to go out of this too. A lot of people, they want to get somebody back off principle of some sense of justice, and some stuff is
Yeah,
just so much better to let that go. And I know it's hard, you know what I mean, because you're a man or you're a woman. I got to get my lick back. Don't let these people
mm-hmm.
get you out of character
Man.
or take you back to where you used to be.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You graduated. God has elevated you to another level, and that person can do something negative to you and take you all the way back.
yeah.
Nah, don't do it.
All young people out there, go watch Thin Line Between Love and Hate. He was out there playing around, met the wrong person, man. Sometimes you can meet the wrong person at the wrong time. And
Because you don't
man,
know what people been through. They
man,
could be on their third strike. You know what I mean? You on your first strike, you feeling good, you don't have to go lucky, but they're on their third. It's over for them. If they lose this time, it's over.
boy. Yeah. So, and next one is how much emotional control does a person need to handle these situations? You definitely need emotional control when dealing with a spiteful person, because I'm telling you, they trying to get their reaction out of you. They trying their best to get you to break. I mean, have you heard of some of the stuff these dudes go to court and have to deal with, man? They be on some other stuff, bro. It's crazy, man. Man, I seen one. This dude was making 30,000 a year, and his ex-wife or whatever they was, or baby mama, I don't know, but she was making 200K and still wanted him to pay child support, bro. I don't know what he did to her. I don't know what happened. Man, that's crazy, man. I think the judge ended up making her pay. You know what I'm saying? Because she made him have more custody of the kids. He had the kids more. Was taking care of the kids more. She wouldn't help at all. She felt like he should be doing it, but she was making almost what, almost triple or quadruple of what he was making.
Yeah, I seen
But when
that
you're dealing
clip,
with a
man.
spiteful person, they won't look at it that way. They'll look at it as this what you made. You made the bed, now you laying it kind of person. You know what I'm saying?
And some people want to say, well, you reap what you sow. If you do somebody wrong, you can't judge their reaction. You can't measure how they should react
That's
to
true.
what you did to them. Sometimes it be little stuff. Sometimes it don't be nothing. Sometimes with a spiteful person, you're just living your own life, and they are take offense to whatever you're doing. You look too happy. You know
Right.
what I mean?
And then the thing is, everybody has done somebody wrong in their life. Whether it's on the front end, the middle end, or the back end. Somebody done something crazy. Somebody sold somebody a dream. Somebody did somebody dirty. You just hope you just don't do nothing fatal or catastrophic, you know what I'm saying? But it's probably gonna happen. Especially
Yeah,
living in the inner city. Cause sometimes it's all about taking advantage of something. It's weird, but not taking advantage of crazy stuff. I'm just saying, like, if I could sell you an airhead, I bought it for 25 cents, but I could sell it to you for $1. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody buy it for $1, is it my fault he bought it for $1 when he know airhead 25 cents? You know
and
what
they
I'm saying?
feel and that feeling of being misled, misrepresented, somebody got over on you is a bad feeling, and you just can't let dwell in that feeling and make you
I think the
spiteful. You
first
know,
time, I think with the first few times when you're younger, you're a novice, you're kind of naive. I think it's a bad thing, but I think when you understand how life works and you really think about like, at what point could I have had the understanding that this person is trying to take advantage of me? Sometimes you don't have that understanding when you're young, when you first, going into the world or whatever from high school. Some people do, some people don't. It just depends on how you was brought up and where you grew up at. But if you, grew up, a nice structure, nice household, you never really been out there in the streets like that, you probably wouldn't catch it off the bat. You kind of get kind of frustrated. But you've been in the streets so long, you can see it coming. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's something, but that was, pardon me, but that's something you never get used to being taken advantage of, losing, things like
I
that.
don't
It
know if you
doesn't
ever
get
get used
easier,
to
but
it.
you got to control your reaction to that.
Yes,
Defend
yes.
yourself, but don't like go down a rabbit hole of forever revenge.
Because in the corporate world, you can't do the same thing you do in the streets in the corporate world. Somebody take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. So you have to either have discernment, and sometimes sometimes thinking about stuff before it happens, you may get it wrong. But if
Mm-hmm.
if it keeps you from getting taken advantage of, you got to take it or leave it, or go into everything, with good faith. So,
Yeah, and
but
I
it's
think a
gonna
lot
happen.
of it. I think a lot of it myself is damage control. Hey, I made a mistake.
Yeah,
Don't compound this mistake. You
right.
know what I mean? Let's just try to get back on track.
But that's the thing. When somebody taking advantage of you, not purposely looking at it, you making a mistake. You thinking it may be a good deal, but you don't know they
Yeah,
taking
no, no.
advantage
See,
of
but
you with the
like I'm
fact.
talking about the response to the mistake
Oh
once
yeah,
you
for sure.
recognize it. So, like,
Yeah,
you taking advantage of me, I didn't know. Now I know. I can't
right.
let my
Exactly.
anger get me off track. Like my
Right.
pursuit
Yeah.
for revenge. Like I quit my job and I'm gonna dedicate my life to learning jujitsu. And when I catch them, you know what I mean. I'm gonna do some bad. So
Yeah. Because one thing I know about learning in life that's growing up is you understand patterns, like human patterns. You understand what am I trying to say? I guess like listening to music, hooks and pickup lines, like different little ways, like people try to come at you. But most of the time, it's usually the same kind of song. They just try to do it a different way. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what I'm saying. You learn to
But
pick
like
up
they
on
say,
the patterns.
ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
That's why the Bible's still relevant and things like that.
And they say if you don't want to go to jail, some people don't care. They go all the way there. You take advantage of me, I'm busting your head. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? You bust somebody's head, they could be assault and battery, 2 years in jail. But you know what I'm saying? And the judge not
Yeah,
trying to hear it, bro. That's the thing. People don't understand. Like it's street law and then it's law. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, man, and
criminal law.
everybody,
You know,
everybody knows how they're gonna be in prison until they get there. They close those gates behind you.
boy.
You ain't got your pistol with you.
Nope. Stab somebody with some stuff you ain't never even used before. You use a sport. You stab somebody with a sport. You know what kind
Well,
of
if
force you
you,
got to throw somebody, stab somebody with a sport?
if you do it enough times, you'll get them. You'll get
You
them.
will. Or a dude looking at you in the shower, man, like you a girl, man. That's crazy, man. How you deal with that, man? Like, wait a minute, why dude's looking at me like that, man?
And then a lot of men don't know how to react to being spoken to, like a woman. Hey, little mama, you used to get disrespected or being called, dirty, sorry, whatever. But if some man call you cute, how do you respond to
You want
it?
to be making moves on the street, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner.
Think about jail. You spot the heat around the corner. You really ain't got a lot of places to go. That's the only tough part about jail. Everything's in a confined space, man. And if you ain't used to being in confined spaces, that ain't for you. I think somebody said if you want to know how jail is, go in your bathroom, lay in your tub, put your arms out, touch both walls. That's how big your cell is. About the size of your bathroom, man. That's crazy. And there's 2 dudes in there. That's crazy. All right, next slide. Pick one: Bob Marley or Shabba Ranks.
Me personally, like I understand the political things that Bob Marley did. He's more impactful on society.
I shot
Uh,
the sheriff,
you know,
but I did not shoot the
he
deputy.
means a lot to the world. But entertainment value, I'm when I listen to music, I'm going Shabba Ranks, Mr.
See,
Logan.
right out my mouth. Shabba Ranks. Even the D boys back then, it was a 91, 92. You got 215s or 212s in the back. They come about bumping Shabba Ranks, man. Mr. Lover, man. Shabba. You remember in Living Color, man? They changed the game. Mr. Ugly, man. Shabba.
Exactly. I got so many memories.
Oh man, dude,
Never was
music used to
really
thump
into
though.
reggae or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I know the significance of Bob Marley. Um,
Yeah, shout out to Bob Marley,
just me
man.
personally,
In
music
the South, if you was
wise.
in the South, Shabba Ranks was bumping, man. 91, 92. You had that bass. Yeah, Bob Marley, man, it was a good dude, man. But man, Shabba Ranks was slapping, man. I don't care what nobody say. 91, 92. What's the other one? Your body can't lie to me. Oh man, Shabba Ranks. And then Bob Marley died so young, man. I think he said he died when he was 36, I think. I said he died pretty
Man,
young. You gonna
and
check out
that's
that
a
movie, the Bob Marley movie? You gonna check it out?
and that's a perception thing too. Like when you're younger, like you think I'm 36. You know what I mean? That's a long time. But it's like
Man, you ain't
when you
guaranteed.
get
You
older,
gotta
it's
make
like
good decisions. Yeah.
that ain't enough time. As a matter of fact, you standing up and fighting for your rights. Sometimes you will be that martyr. You can be,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
not everybody gets to be Nelson Mandela and live through their trials and things like that. Sometimes they get you, like
Man.
Martin Luther King, you know what I mean, or Bob Marley, or like that.
Man.
They will get you.
Yeah, especially in the yeah, it's crazy how they got Martin Luther King. It's pretty crazy, man. Man, pretty crazy. Learning how to move, man. Even though even moving it still get hard. Somebody still could catch you slipping, man. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I mean,
I think
like
when
fear
you got
of
the
that
heat on
man's
you, you don't want to be
power
on no
or what
balcony.
he would become, they couldn't just deal. They couldn't deal with it. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Dealing with spiteful people, right? Yeah,
yeah, it's
pretty
like,
crazy.
and they can't really explain why they feel the way they feel. A lot of hateful people, especially when it
Man,
comes to race um,
boy, I
and
just
things
seen
like
them
that.
dudes. It was on the Daily Show. Yeah, man, I'm riding with Trump. I don't care what he do. I'm riding with him, man. He can go stand on the White House today and shoot his gun. I'm riding with him.
I mean,
These dudes
that's
on
that
TV
blind
saying
loyalty,
this. These dudes on TV saying this, bro. It's crazy.
and that's vote. And those are voters. You know what I mean? Those
Yeah,
people have the right
yeah.
to vote.
That could be somebody's manager, man, at their
You know
job,
what I
bro.
mean? I know literary testing and back in the day was a way of oppressing African Americans, but I think we we need to bring it back.
You know what's crazy? What's funny? I just thought about that. Have you ever seen somebody wear a MAGA hat to work? I've never seen nobody wear a MAGA hat to work. But they
I
be
mean,
on
it's
TV
like
with them all the time. But I never seen
they be
nobody
like
wear one.
they it's like a secret cult. You know what I mean? But they be having those stickers on their cars, but they're not gonna wear the
They
hat to
do.
work.
Yeah, they do be having that sticker on their car. Yeah, but it depends on what kind of car you got. If it's a notable car, they're not gonna put it on a Mercedes or nothing because they know you
You
can
know,
distinguish that real
well,
fast.
some of them, but I ain't never seen one on the back of an Audi. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Range Rover, like you know what I mean. Where
yeah.
matter of fact, y'all tell us where you see those stickers on people's cars. What kind of cars do you be seeing that on?
Ford F-150.
Like,
88 Ford F-150.
you ain't never seen one of them on the rolls. You know what I mean? Double R,
Bronco on the Bronco.
the old Bronco.
I know, right? It's another truck you see them on too a lot. It'll make you laugh. I see you. It was funny too, man. Them little Datsun trucks, man.
I
Them
be
big
seeing them on
trucks.
cars too, though. What kind of cars they be?
Oh man, I think on a car like the Fieros, the Pontiac Fieros. And somehow people still driving them cars, man. I'm trying to think of Thunderbirds, the little Firebirds. You know what I'm saying? Volvos. You see them
It's
on
like,
Volvos
yeah,
a lot.
you're right. I do see them on a lot of Volvo. They got those little plastic bumpers on the bottom.
Yeah. And then if you're going on the back streets, like where I'm not gonna say trailer park, but they have lane, but it's a trailer on there. Oh man, they be flagged up all the way around the property. Trump for America, and it's fenced off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
He's
it's
gonna
almost
cut
like
the
they got a
welfare.
fort.
Was
Yeah,
that?
it's almost like they got a fort. It's pretty crazy, man. On
Yeah.
our street, yeah, it's pretty funny. So the next slide is why do people regularly have strong opinions on topics they know nothing about? I think we just talking like we talking about politics. I think it's a lot of people. The average working class person, how much time do they really have to delve into politics? I mean, even
Nah,
like
but
some. Go ahead.
nah. I mean, I like to say a lot, not much. Like particular policies. A lot of people be voting with their feelings. You know what I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
and
I'm
not
saying, but they don't know
uh,
have enough knowledge of
caring
this.
about the rights of others. Like so,
Right.
you don't know what an Asian American goes through or African American goes through. So
Yeah.
when votes or laws go their way, you think you're losing something. You got to vote against it. You don't even know the
Right.
policy. It could help you out too. A
Right.
lot of people think things through very emotionally, and they vote that way, not education based or knowledge
Right.
or fact based. And it's
Right.
opinion and feeling
I
based.
just come to tell you. Oh yeah, for sure.
And they have these big things, you know what I mean? Like, while the world is flat, I'm like, well, that's how you feel. I understand, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, and you think about that, like, how do we know that even the world is round? Like, when you see these dudes, like, when they show you the picture of the Earth, like on Marvel or something, it's like the Earth is circle, in outer space, and you can see the Earth in the shape. Like, there's like people be saying, do they really walk on the moon? You know what I'm saying? Or was that in the studio? You know what I'm saying?
I
You
mean,
never
it's
know.
they can trick us, you know what I mean? You know, movie magic.
Boy,
You know, I seen dude make a quarter disappear right in front of me. You know what I mean? Still don't know how he
David
did.
Copperfield.
So,
Boy, boy. I want to say something, but I can't say it on TV.
but I'm not gonna
Uh,
argue. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with the flat earther at all.
no, for real. It's not
I know
worth it.
how
For what?
gravity works.
Who cares if it's flat around? You living on it, you breathing. You could you could blink your eyes. You could think. Who cares? Either way, I don't care.
Lucy, I go to work every day. I don't care if the earth is flat. You know what I mean? So,
So
you
here's
say
another thing, right?
you rocking with
People
Christopher Columbus. I understand.
people try to tell you, they try to tell you about making money or something, but they don't even know how to make money. Like they, still work.
But they're gonna get
Yeah,
rich on selling you the idea or the
man,
plan. So then they can have
masterminds.
money. Um,
Yeah,
but my thing is like they getting this new information, flight plans and black boxes and things like that. And they say, well, the earth is flat because why would they go this route? Things like that. My thing is, why do you want people to believe your story? You know what I mean? It's like a cult or religion. You know what I mean? I need you to believe me, and I need you to be on my side with this information. You know.
I mean, what do it serve if the Earth is flat or the Earth is round? Like, what really does it serve? You know what I'm saying? Well, like, what? I don't know. Like, does it matter? It really don't. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you got people thinking now they're gonna go to Mars like Total Recall. You know what I'm saying? They think they want to go to Mars. They want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Man,
2 weeks.
you was talking about jail just a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
And just being in the bathroom. When you in a
Think
space
about Mars.
shuttle, there's even less room.
Man, for real. Boy, you don't know what's out there, if it's anything out there. Then land on a planet, you don't know nothing about it. Just pictures you saw. If this the real picture, you know what I'm saying?
And then what if you want? I just want to go home. Sir, it's gonna take you 3 years to get home, sir.
Yeah.
That's a
And
depressing feeling.
talking to these kids about being in a corporate space or whatever, they try to tell you about these things, and they haven't really. It's funny how people see you events, they see you doing good things, and you try to tell them about the things, and they be like, "Nah, I don't want to do that." And that's why I be saying you can't reach everybody, man. If you can just reach one or two people, I think you're good. But you
But
can't reach
I mean,
everybody.
it's the lottery mindset, right? I'm
Yeah.
going to make it to the NFL. I'm going to make it to the NBA. My rap career is going to take off. My singing career is going to take off. I'm going to be the best cheerleader in the world. I'm going to be the next Simone Biles, and everybody
Right.
feel. I mean, I think God does it to us. We feel everybody individually feels special. They are the one. You know what I mean? They are the one.
Mm.
And you just think that, and you just feel that. So I don't have to do all the things you did to get where you get or to even succeed, because it's going to happen for me, whether I
Right.
work or I don't. It's going to
I don't
happen
think
for
you have to.
me.
I don't think you got to do everything a person does, but I think there's foundational things that I've learned in life that I think that, like, say, like finding your skills. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? Building around those skills. Like it's the other little stuff that's gonna be different for everybody's journey.
Well,
But
I mean,
you know,
that's little, or they don't cost anything. But those are
right,
hard things to do. Like I say, like actual things that you have to do that hard, easy, but you have to do because
hmm,
everybody does them. You have to
yeah,
finish high school. It could
yeah,
be super hard for you, or it can just be just a small step for you. But there's
yeah,
something you just have to do. You
yeah.
know, you
It's
gotta learn how to read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, basically you got to get a job to support yourself. Certain things you got to do to build as a foundation to have anything.
Yeah, for sure. But it seems like sometimes some circles it's almost like reading. It's almost like you get punished for reading and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I hope it ain't like that no more. But it seems like sometimes
Yeah, I was
you
talking
get
about.
roasted for reading.
I was talking to a coworker like that, and I was watching a popular show. I hadn't experienced in my life me trying to do something positive, and my friends or my peers in my area or my family weren't supportive of my doing it. Like me going to school, me getting a job, me doing anything that was productive. My friend group and my family was always supportive of that. And they weren't supportive for foolishness. If I said I was, going to rob a bank or start hustling, they were opposed to that. But going to get a job, going to college, I always got support. Getting closer with God, reading more, trying to perfect my reading skills, even my speech skills after my stroke. I always had support. So when people tell me my friends hated me or isolated me when I went to college or when I went to the military, that's not my experience. My friends or my family don't respond like that. So I can't testify with you. I can't stand in the line with that.
I think when you're young, I don't think it's your friends more so. That's why it's important to get around the right people as quick as you can. Like being a kid, sometimes you can't control it because you just wherever your parents live, that's where they live. But finding the right people to get around, because if you're growing up, let's say you like educating yourself, but you in a place where it's kind of like the straight drop, where it's not like that, you're gonna be viewed different than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say you're a nerd. You're gonna hear all those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? I've been on that end of the spectrum. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in situations where you looked at as a nerd and dorky, and then you situation where it makes sense. Who you are, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, but you have to understand who you are though, and understand that sometimes, depending on where you at, it comes with a cost. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is you when you get past that, you realize that you didn't get caught in that because you got past it. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be accepted or fit in. Cause some people they just want to fit in. It's just like a natural human thing to want to fit in. But you don't want to fit in and rob banks, though. That's not a good fit in. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to fit in the pen for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Go to the feds. Even with selling dope, right? Everybody see the money. They see like these movies, Paid in Full, Scarface, running the money through the money machine. But what you don't see in real life is like you gotta have a gun, whether you got a felony or not. You gotta have a gun. Period. You really gotta have multiple guns if you want to sell at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? Because they coming, they gonna rob you. You can't call the police. They know that. It's coming out. Think about thieves. They know everything that you can and can't do almost. They know you can't call the cops. They know they can probably come rob you depending on where you live at. And if you don't got it together, they coming. They gonna catch you slipping. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
a lot of times kids don't think about that. They just want the money. They see the money flying through the machine, bank rolls. What you don't see, dude coming at
And
you.
then a lot of them can't count. Like you dropped out of school in 5th grade, but now I'm gonna start selling dope. You can't weigh nothing. You don't know what this is.
Yeah. Some of them can. You be surprised, man.
No. I'm not. I'm not talking about like if some have a natural acuity for math, science, even you know what I mean, weighing stuff like that, and they're in class and they're bored. You know what I mean? They need to be practical. They got hands-on skills. You know what I mean? I don't know what 2 plus 2 is, but you give me 2 birds, I can break it down this, and they can divide it equally. You know what I mean? This is X amount of grams, and they divide it. But you can't divide when I put these numbers on this paper. But when you see that pack, you can just divide that and know how much goes to where equally. So I'm not saying all of them are like most of them are probably if you're successful, you have
Yeah.
hands-on or applied intelligence. But some of them think they're gonna be selling dope, and they're gonna automatically think they're geniuses. Like, man, you can't even really count good. You know,
Yeah.
you
That's
always
true.
miscount what you took out. People just be shortchanging you. Like they pay you in ones because they know you can't count.
Then, man, you can make a mistake, man, and lose your life by a miscount. You be off by 10 grand. You thought you had it, but you off by 10 grand, man. You can lose your life, man, over 10 grand. And that's another thing you gotta think about too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you definitely gotta make sure you don't make them kind of mistakes. So the next slide, I seen this a posting on Facebook. It said a high school senior dies after a shooting at a house party. And the thing is trying to tell the youth is how quick things can go haywire. 1 minute you partying, the next minute somebody bump into you. You know what I'm saying?
And
Next
you
minute
may
you
not be
saying
involved. Like I promise,
that's
guilty
true.
pleasure.
That's true.
I love. I mean, I'm a fighter myself. I love watching them get fight. The start of it, the finish of it, or whatever. I love it.
Yeah,
But nowadays, after '90s fights with multiple people, they come with guns.
boy.
So I don't want to get shot. I gotta miss the fight, or get a human shield. Y'all tell me what happened. You know what I mean? And then if like nowadays, hey, catch the replay on Facebook because people start
What's the
shooting with the
what's the
fights.
craziest song?
So
What's the craziest song they didn't play in the club that we should listen to in the car, but they didn't play in the club? What do you think?
that they did not play in the club.
Yeah, they did not play in the club. They knew it was gonna pop off. It was gonna go crazy. I know Dirty Boys. That song they did not play in the club, and that
So I'm gonna
song
go
was
outside.
crazy. I wish.
Man, I should listen to
uh,
this song at least once
I
a
want
week.
to say they said they didn't play. They didn't play 3-6. They stopped playing 3-6 in the
They tear
club
the
too.
club
They tear the
up.
club up. Yeah, they stopped playing that. It was another song too. I can't remember. I know Dirty Boys. They did not play in the club at all. Oh no, but that song used to bump though. I can't think of the other song. I know 3-6 too. They stopped playing that. I can't remember the other song. But yeah, man.
They was throwing chairs
One
in the
minute
big
somebody,
alley.
yeah, we talking about somebody getting caught in the crossfire. I remember we used to hang out be at Splash or something, man. Sometimes something happened, they get to shooting, and it hit neither one of the dudes that was fighting got hit, but somebody got hit, in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? It can happen just that fast, man. It's pretty crazy. That's why you gotta be careful out there. What you doing? House parties, you don't know who house you at.
House
You
parties,
talk to somebody
they
good
ain't got
just
security.
cause
They
you,
ain't no metal
yeah,
detectors.
boy, boy. He go in there and get the steak knife, man. That dicing up like onions, man. You know what I'm saying? They thinking
Looks
it's like
like
house
killer.
party, man. You in there talking to somebody girl, you don't even know it, man. It ain't even his girlfriend. He just saying that's his girl. You know what I'm saying? Now he want to stab you, man.
Yeah, he claiming her. She don't want to be claimed.
Man,
And she didn't tell you, hey, my ex boyfriend is a stalker. You know what I mean?
boy,
Men need to know that about before they
that's true.
start talking to a woman.
Yeah, for real. Now that's real too, man. Ex boyfriend stalker. Like how in the world? Cause sometimes they still be messing with him though, and they'll be talking to you too.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
exactly.
crazy.
Like she messed with him, occasionally, but she not messing with him this week. Oh, and now she invited me over to the crib. But hey,
Yeah.
it is what it
I know
is.
wife was telling me about some scenario she saw on the Country Wayne, them little skits he be making. It was a woman. She was pregnant, but she didn't know who was the father. It could be like two possible dudes, and it was like the dude she wanted to be the dad was the dude she deemed that was rich. I guess I don't know, got the money. I guess versus the other dude kind of was like maybe a mid level dude or something. What I was telling her is the crazy part is what they don't talk about is not the fact that she don't know who the dad is. It's the fact that you let two dudes, uh, you know, stuff your muffin around the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. with no
two
apron,
dudes raw. You know
with
what
no
I'm
apron,
saying?
no apron on.
Yeah, man, for real. And I said that's the crazy part that people don't talk
I
about.
don't shame anybody for having fun, but
I'm
you a
not
life can
ashamed.
be
Thing. It's just
created. You
facts.
know what I mean?
Facts are facts.
Yeah.
Facts are facts. It's not just shame. It's facts are facts. All right, let's see. All right, here's another one. DEI slowly being removed from workplaces. You hear about that in Florida? They fired the whole DEI staff in University of Florida. Like so diversity, equity, and inclusion. They fired everybody. And
Yeah.
they Republican states are pretty much like slowly getting rid of DEI. And do you think DEI is helping? Do you think it helped a lot of people?
I think it did. I think
Yeah.
knowledge never kind of hurts. If you look at
Right.
these statistics, it has to be a systemic problem where these other ethnic groups are getting these opportunities, high
Yeah.
graduation rates,
Yeah.
and high scholarship rates, and then you see
Mm-hmm.
another demographic that doesn't get any. It's
Right.
something wrong with maybe the marketing or the,
Mm-hmm.
the knowledge of these opportunities. Is something going wrong that somebody else has to step in. When you see a lack in an area, if a grocery store ain't got tomatoes, you try to get some more tomatoes. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
running low on this thing, um, so I think it definitely it helps. I don't think it gives anybody an unfair advantage. If somebody has a
Yeah.
different disadvantage and you help them, that's not giving them an unfair advantage. These people were already
I think
targets, victims. Um, so
the
we trying
main
to that's
thing.
even playing field, and it's not even even once we get them that
Yeah.
little step up. We're not even in the playing field. We're just giving them a little boost.
Yeah. I think with DEI, it's like a two. It's like a new, really nuanced thing, right? It's like it's like it help people, but it don't specifically say who it helps. So it's like loopholes in it. You know what I'm saying? They say it helped more Caucasian women advance more so than any other group of people. There's like stats out there that support that too.
Yeah, yeah.
They really benefited from it, um, and I think the sentiment is that's what the sentiment that they're trying to use is that it benefits a lot of people who don't really do the work. Like lazy people benefit from it more so than people who work hard and get jobs based on merit, which is a bunch of bull. Because
Lazy
we've
people
both
don't want to
seen
work anyway.
exactly, and lazy don't have a color. That's across the whole spectrum of colors. You know what I'm saying? Period. Uh, but sometimes though, man, that's why I tell kids. That's even with the next little point. Is in this time that we in now, how do we teach our youth to counter these things that's being removed? Is that the earlier that you can get your skill figured out, the better it will become easy for you to navigate. Am I saying it's gonna be no racial struggles at all?
Hmm.
Nope. But you can minimize some of the struggle with having a skill set. I've seen people have so much skill that even the people who try to send people through racial struggles have to hire this person because nobody else has the skill to do it. You know what I'm saying? That and
Ain't nothing.
that's what they pay for. Go
I
ahead.
think I think money is a cure or profit is the cure for all racism. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, and then some people it's like some outliers. They don't care about the profit. It's all
Like
about
I mean, you think
if I'm an
somebody like
orange, I
Jerry
want all
Jones.
oranges.
You think
Yeah,
somebody like Jerry Jones can afford to actually be actively racist? Now, maybe subconsciously or maybe passively racist, okay. But you gotta incorporate, like, if you're an owner of a team or owner of an organization and you want it to be successful, you
so let me
definitely
ask you
gotta
this.
use the resources
So
that are around.
so let me ask you this. When they showed that picture of Jerry Jones in North Little Rock, was he a
Mhm.
part of it or was he like Forrest Gump? He just happened to just be at the wrong place.
I mean, that's where his family took him. I mean, he was there showing his support
Yeah, that's funny.
for his fellow men.
It's like Forrest Gump. Ma'am, you dropped your book, man. Oh man. But yeah, guys, man, get your skills up, man, because stuff starting to be stripped away more than what you know, man. And
And we don't have. I mean, I think it's just taking away time, lollygag time. So uh,
yeah,
if you have, be more efficient. You know,
yeah,
we don't have these times to take classes that's not in our major. Trying to find
man,
yourself. You know, I mean,
man,
taking a semester to find yourself, that can cost what 10 grand. You know what I mean?
yeah. And they can set your degree back. You may set yourself back another year or two.
And now you
Just by
can't finish
changing semester.
because you wasted a year of financial aid.
Yeah, yeah, real deal. What's next slide? So pick one, Mr. Pookie or JT Money. I wish I could play their music, but I know I'm gonna get dinged if I do.
Yeah, I just really wasn't a fan of either one. Like I say, I know the first. I think JT Money had yada 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 yada. What I don't know
No,
what
who
the
that?
song
Who that? Yeah,
was.
who that? Who? Yeah, who that?
Then Mr.
Yeah,
Pookie had was a Quick for Life, I guess.
yeah.
He was a really smooth rapper. I really like that, but I really wasn't really familiar with these two artists.
Well, let me
But
tell you, Mr. Pookie, if you was in the South or Little Rock when he came out, everybody was. You had 212 or 215. You was bumping that Crook for life. I don't care, I don't care who you was. I remember when it hit, man. Everybody was bumping that. I think that was bumping that on Power 92 too. Yeah, that was
oh
bumping
yeah,
that
for
on
sure, for
92.
sure. That's why, like I say, I know him. I know that one. Like the smooth rapping style. So
Yeah. JT Money was cool too, but I think JT got the record label thing kind of messed him up dealing with record labels and stuff. But yeah, Mr. Pookie, man, I'm going Mr. Pookie because I used to bump it.
he kind of like a one hit wonder.
Dumping. Oh, he had a couple of hits, but nah, yeah, that Crook for Life was everywhere though. I mean, yeah, they put him on the map. That beat was cold though. That beat
Yeah,
kind
for
of changed
sure,
the game.
for sure.
The little piano with the beat with the bass, man. So
Yeah, and then he flowed very smooth on it. You know what I mean? It complimented it. A lot of people rap against the beat, so and he rapped with it. So it was really
I
good.
mean, Silk the Shocker, he was the best dude that rapped against the beat, man. You know what I'm saying? I was watching Ain't My Fault not too long ago, man. I hate that for Mystical, man, because he was rapping. He said, "I'm not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe. In the tailpipe, I'm not living in no 6x6 wearing no jail stripes, and he in jail. You know what I'm saying? Kind of funny,
Yeah.
but man, dude was going off, man. Do you think dude probably had one of the greatest runs, man? Mystical when he
I think
did Love No Limit,
he
man.
had a really
It's
good
the
run, but it
perfect
was
storm.
so short. When you think about it now, it was so short lived.
Was it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, you
I can see
like
what you're
think about
saying.
like like you think about like the people who still edit. I think he had the skill level, and he had
Yeah,
the niche, the uniqueness to still be in the game producing. Like I said, Lil Wayne been rapping so long. You
yeah,
know what I mean, and he's
yeah,
still here. If you
yeah,
can just stay out of trouble, not go to jail.
man. Once again, you got to be careful who you deal with, man. You deal with some people that's spiteful, man. You cross them, they gonna get you. And sometimes, you know what's crazy about a spiteful person? They'll wait until the right time or whatever they deem the right time to hit you. You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Think about what's his name though with Diddy, right? They was broke up for 2 years or something. Did she went talk to the trainer, married the trainer, and they was married happily ever after. Next thing you know, come back and got him. And man, he's still dealing with lawsuits, man. God, he can't even get away from them, man. Man,
Sometimes justice gonna be served.
I was gonna ask you, what do you think about Monique, man, when she spoke on DL's situation with his daughter, man? You think that was pretty? She think she could have kept that, man. She didn't have to say that, man.
Well, we
Because he
all gonna
really
say
had
some
nothing to do
stuff.
with her.
She always gonna push it to the limit. She just seems so mean and like just
Think she's spiteful? Do you think she's a spiteful
spiteful
person?
of everybody did her wrong and this and that. But when people do you wrong, it's bad. But then when you go get somebody, when you know what I mean, when you read them and do this, when you have the type of attitude, you know what I mean, it's hard to kind of feel bad for a person when they kind of behave like that. You know what I mean, especially with your own kids. Then you don't spare other people's kids. That's just crazy to me. You know, I don't want any misfortune on anybody. I don't want anybody taken advantage of. I don't think anybody deserves that. But I don't like how she handles kind of things.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy, bro.
I don't want to say a black woman is difficult to work with or anything like that.
But the personality, it's not the black woman. I think it's more of the personality. Because it's other races with that same personality as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that person, that type of personality.
Personality can be in any race. That personality, man, is rough. Yeah, DL said, he had to deal with that with his daughter, man. She wouldn't even talk to him, because he had to kind of got triggered. And it triggered those emotions again. So, man, shout out to DL, man, for being able to handle that, man. But it's pretty crazy. All right. Next one. Andre the Giant or Giant Gonzalez?
I gotta go with Andre. You know what I mean?
Killed Hulk Hogan.
The shock factor of just seeing John Gonzalez was crazy.
That uniform was tight with the
you know what I mean? It looked like
he
a
was
low
taller
budget.
than Andre the Giant. That's the crazy part. He was taller than Andre the Giant.
Looked like a low budget, you know what I mean? Sabretooth. But when you get that, I mean, it's like, man, why can't this man talk? I mean, are y'all taking advantage of a special needs person, or is it a language barrier?
He couldn't talk. Yeah.
I mean, not good. Like, you remember his promos, like,
I see if I can find the promo. They'll probably be mad now. I better not do that. They'll ding before it. Yeah, Andre the Giant, I think the craziest one with him with the $1 million man gave him. How much did he give him to get the belt from him? How much did he give him?
Just a belt.
Did he give him $1 million? Did he give him 100,000 or $1 million? That was so funny to WrestleMania. He gave him the money for the belt. That was cold, man. He used to wrestle Hulk Hogan and stuff. Like, when Hulk Hogan slammed him, that's like, there's no way you could do that and still have your back intact.
No, man, I think he slipped a couple discs. He couldn't press some discs. They said that dude used to be 6'4". I think he's 6'1" now.
Boy, no muscle at all, man. God. Dude had probably the best. I don't know if he had the best chest, but he definitely had the guns, though.
But not like, and he can press his spine doing the leg drop every night on his tailbone.
Man, every night, bro. I mean, what, 280? Compressing
right on the tailbone. Compressing his vertebrae, them discs every time.
Who do you think had the safest move? Who do you think had the safest finishing move?
For themselves? I mean, that's really hard to say because when you do the stunner, you are actually doing the same thing to your tailbone.
What the sharpshooter?
You do the DDT, you might hit the back of your own head. Sharpshooter, you don't have to lift, twist, Boston Crab or Cobra Clutch or something like that.
Cobra Clutch was cold. I like the Cobra Clutch. Crossface Chicken Wing was cold. Bob Backlund. The flying elbow smash. You think that was dangerous, man, or you think they just fit it?
Man,
he landed on this side too. He landed on this side too.
He could have messed that up at any time and messed up anything.
Oh man.
The flying elbow was super dangerous. Like, why would you do that?
That gorilla press I thought was crazy because it's easy for smaller people that Ultimate Warrior used to do. But when you got to do like Hulk Hogan, when he did Hulk Hogan, I didn't think he was going to do it, but he did. I was like, yeah, that's definitely PEDs. You ain't doing that.
And you definitely hurt yourself or the other person.
Hulk Hogan, what, 280 at that time? That's when he was at his height. He was about 280, about 300.
And like when Bradshaw used to do, JBL used to do the clothesline from hell, man, you can separate your bicep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to run somebody in the head with your arm, your bicep on their head.
Yeah.
But the tombstone, you don't have to really lift nobody up.
Is that what Owen Hart did when he messed up Stone Cold? He did
Now he just did a regular power
was-
driver, and you
Oh.
can see dude's head sticking out. Sorry about your neck.
Before we get up out of here, too, man, what do you think about Saquon going to the Eagles? I know you weren't on here when I was talking about sports. You think that was a good pick, or you think that was a robbery? Because they can run the option for real with them two.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
probably run like college options.
yeah, I think they definitely need them. You gotta like what y'all getting in return for these players, you know what I mean? But you're just
They were free agents.
y'all exactly. You're just picking up these free agents. You lose this kind of talent, and they go to another team with the free agency. That's with the same thing with Josh Jacobs, Henry.
Man, I don't know why the Cowboys didn't get Henry. They should have got Derrick Henry, bro.
Because it makes sense. Doing anything that makes sense, Cowboys ain't gonna do.
Man, can you imagine having dude behind Dak, man? He don't even got to pass as much. They can run 60-40, man. Just old-fashioned 60-40 football.
I think Dak thinks too much. He needs to, really like relax and just play football. Run around a little bit like Mahomes is cerebral. He understands the strategy of the game, but he still go out there and he play football and he makes stuff happen. He's comfortable.
He does, for sure.
You know what I mean? He knows he's the leader of the team. Dak can get cut anytime, and he know he play like that, and he can't get loose.
You talk about Kirk Cousins, boy. He robbed in Atlanta, boy. That game was it 100 million or something crazy? I forgot I had on another slide on my sports book.
You got to show out for one season. Nothing. You got to show out for one season and get your money.
Man. Sometimes you can just be at the right place at the right time because there ain't a lot of available quarterbacks too. Sometimes you don't got to be the best. You could be the third or fourth. It just depends on what area you in.
But they'd be killing me like the times in the NFL. Sometimes Michael Vick couldn't get picked up. Even at 43, he can probably still run on 4.5.
Yeah, 4.6 at best. Yeah, for sure.
4.6.
What do you think about Russell going to the Steelers? Like usually the Steelers have like tall quarterbacks that can just kind of stand in the pocket. This would be the first time they have somebody like 5'11". What Russell like 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on probably.
Yeah, but like I said, man, sometimes you need a veteran that can make throws, and things like that, and run an offense. And that's kind of what they need. They got stronger coaching.
Yeah, that's true.
With the Steelers.
Yeah.
Kind of talk to you like meet him where he is as a man and just not a player.
So who y'all drafting the Raiders? Y'all drafting the quarterback this year, man? Because y'all released Garoppolo, right? Couldn't get off.
They say they're trying to get one. But worst case scenario, we'll go with O'Donnell again. He played really good. He finished the season out good, but that's not what you want. But when you lose Josh Jacobs, that could have been your offense. I'm not losing our best offensive player through free agency. That's where we need to start building it. I don't like that stuff like the Tennessee Titans, trading or letting Henry go. But maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe he had a flat tire.
They know they're gonna rebuild. That's what they know. They know they're gonna rebuild. That's what they know. It's just like with New York. They let Saquon go because they know they rebuilding, man. I think they probably did him a solid, and they didn't want to pay him no more money either because I think they could have released Daniel Jones or they trying to get rid of him too. Well, they should have never signed him to that much money anyway. Dude is lucky. Like Daniel Jones is a lucky dude, man. Like, dude has no talent, no ability, and he still got like $100 million contract. And he wasn't even mediocre. He was below mediocre.
And that's what I be saying.
He
Like,
still, like
Cam
Cordell
Newton out the
Stewart.
league.
They
Cam
dog
Newton out
Cordell
the
Stewart
league.
out.
We got
Yeah.
weirdos getting $100 million. So
They dog Cordell Stewart out. What was that dude play for the Ravens? Is it Tony Banks, the black quarterback?
yeah,
I mean, Quincy Carter played better than Daniel Jones, man. And they do they giving this dude. It's crazy, man. Oh man. But all right, guys, we're about to get ready to get up out this thing. So, man, you got anything to say before we get up out here, Jay?
no, peace, like, share, subscribe.
Yes. Help us grow. I think we have 180 on Facebook. We would love to help us get to about 200. Help us get to 250 somewhere in there. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you think. Thanks for watching. We would have went outside if it wasn't raining today, but had to do it from the studio today. But guys, we signing out. Thanks for watching.